You know, that's when where the start really hurts you. Obviously, kind of the opposite of last game where you got ahead, now you were behind, and seemed like you were chasing a little bit, but you guys had some good looks later in the game.
Yeah, no, well said. And I think the first 7 minutes cost us the game. They were desperate. They played with urgency. They came out hard, like we always know against them, right? For them, it's a big weekend. We talked about it. We showed it. A lot of guys were just not ready to go, and unfortunately, cost us the game.
Obviously, it stinks losing Joe Hicketts. Who's a guy that you look to at the back end to step up when he's not playing?
I think all of them. I think all of them have to step up, and again, I think all of them didn't have a really good 7 minutes either. So, those we can't wait for something to happen, and then all of a sudden something happened, and then they actually played pretty solid. So, again, I think it's as a group. I can't pick one guy. We got to be collective, better in the back end, and yeah, it sucks losing a guy like him, but also gives another guy or another two guys a chance to play.
Also, for those guys who did have to play a lot more minutes, maybe some different roles that they're not used to, and you mentioned they did a pretty good job there as the game moved on. Does that give you the belief that if Joe is out, that these guys can step up and compete?
Listen, in the past, we find a way that, whoever was out, we always find a way to manage that, and it's nothing going to change. I think one of the reasons why they play better because they kept it a little bit more simple, and also played a little bit faster, right? Because they were short, they didn't want to turn pucks over, and that was for me the biggest reason.
On that 5-on-3, you went with a five forwards out there. What was the thought process behind that?
Yeah, no, we've done it before, and again, we have two really good righties with Cromie and Sammy as a shooter, and again, it was a big 5-on-3. I thought could have turned that game around, and we didn't get anything going, not even a shot. So that really, for me, that really hurt. Like Shaf said, we were chasing the game, and that could have been a great moment to take over that game, and we didn't.
Did it hurt even more because you scored a power play goal, and it seemed like on that power play you got what you wanted, and it was a pretty clean play that you scored on?
Yeah, no, you know what? I felt really good. Not having a good start, but we kind of found our way a little bit back. We scored on a power play, and and I thought we were the better team too after that. And even in the third period, I felt good. We just had to wait for our chance and also to bury it. But again, a face-off and totally our mistake. And there's just the details were not there. Even the last few games, not just today. That's something has to get better, moving forward.
The fourth line seemed like you were going to them in some different moments today. It seemed like they had some really good energy and they were physical. What did you see from that group today?
Yeah, they needed to respond because, again, I'm a big believer in playing four lines, and our fourth line has been not really effective and for a lot of games, and I just wanted to push them a little bit because like I said, I really believe they can make the difference. They had a few good shifts. I think in the second period to get the guys going, and that's what that's all what I'm asking for. That's it. Give us good minutes, good energy, and the rest can follow.